We're continuing with No One Knew the Burden. With those disturbing thoughts, after a little consultation with the head teacher, Betcha decided that since they had a vehicle, they would take the boy to hospital. She was told the hospital was about 5 kilometers away. The mother insisted that they have a meal, but Betcha resisted, to the disappointment of the head teacher, whose mouth had already watered and at the sight of the round field hen that has been chased around. Oh no! This woman is interfering with my dreams. That hen and brown ugali, he thought, silently and swallowing his saliva. His mind was brought back when Betcha tapped him on the shoulder and reminded him that time was eaten. Of course, the host was a bit disappointed that they could not eat her meal, but at the same time excited that God had remembered her and her sick son was being attended to. Betcha, realizing what was going on culturally, promised that if things could work out at the hospital, they would probably come back. However, at the back of her mind, she thought the host and her children needed the food more than they. The children who were idling around the house looked very hungry. Ben's mother brought him out of the house. He looked very ill, thin, and emaciated. Betcha wondered how long he would have survived without medication. The head teacher reached out to help support him, and carefully they led him to the back seat of the car. Fortunately, they had a four-wheeler which could navigate those difficult terrains. Soon they arrived at the hospital. When the nurse saw Ben, she immediately brought water to the administer. Intravenously, the boy was totally dehydrated. Ben was then admitted immediately. Betcha paid the hospital fees. She said she would not leave until she knew how bad the boy's condition was. I actually can't see. After about 1 hour, the doctor came and told them that the boy had a very bad attack of pneumonia. But with the medication, he was going to be well. He had the head teacher known that Ben would one day be a head teacher in the same school to continue the work of educating children, especially his own grandchild. He would not have meditated on the potassium chicken he had left behind. Betcha called Mama Ben aside and had a long talk with her. She then gave her some money that she would use to hire a motorbike to come and see Ben during the time he will be retained. At the hospital, she was also to buy some food for the rest of the 7 children. Mama Ben was beaming with joy after she received the money. Asante sana, nimeshukuru, meaning thanks a lot. I am exceedingly glad, she said, almost going on her knees.
It's all right, Mama. Your boy will be well, responded Betcha in English. The head teacher translated those words into mother tongue, after which she wished Betcha and the head teacher God's blessing. The guests had to leave immediately as Betcha's schedule was very tight. The head teacher's disappointment at missing the chicken was visible. He promised he would find time later in the day to buy a cook and take home for his wife to cook for the family. With that, they drove back to school. Mama Ben went back to hospital to spend a few hours with her sick son. Later on in the day, she boarded a motorbike and went home. She was too happy to be concerned that the children who had been so hungry had almost cleared the meal that she had prepared for the visitors. Daily, she could be seen coming to check on her son. A week later, Ben was discharged from the hospital. He took the next 4 days to recuperate, and soon he was back in school. He resolved that since a stranger had saved his life, he too would work hard to repay. One good turn deserves another. The next term, Becher presented a certificate to him for improving from position 40 to 9 in classwork. From then on, his academic work maintained an upper trajectory to the delight of the entire school fraternity and his family. Meanwhile, Becher had consulted with Dr. Kai and they got some funding. They bought water tanks for the school to tap rainwater. Soon, the school farm was being irrigated and providing vegetables for the school. After a while, they began selling the produce and started a poultry farm. Soon, the head teacher could be seen purchasing chicken for his wife to prepare his favorite delicacy. Ben's mother was employed as one of the farm workers. Each able-bodied child was given a portion of the farm to attend to. The teachers worked along with them to ensure everything was done in proper order. Anytime visitors came, they would probably show off what they had achieved. Within 5 years, the school started keeping dairy cows, which gave milk. Hence, the staff and the children started having a cup of tea at break time, and what was left was sold over to the villagers. The children had a lunch program that was self-sustaining. After all this progress was being made, Becher knelt by her bed one day and thanked God that she was able to set her eyes beyond her town. The foundation grew within years to cover at least 10 schools. Within that time, Dr. Kai relocated to East Timor and Becher was left solely in charge. She gave it her best. One Friday morning, Becher walked into the reception. The receptionist told her there was a visitor who was looking for her. She went to the lobby where visitors were expected to wait and found Nixon's father. What's Nixon's father doing here? She almost fainted, but he assured her that it was okay. He told her not to be afraid. After talking for about 10 minutes, they agreed that they would meet later in the day at a place where they would have a discussion and in a place where nobody would be able to interrupt them. They could be seen organizing for that meeting. Till next time, see you.